Hello, Capricorn. It is your March 2015 forecast, and I have a really big month to talk about with you. Now, we have had some crazy energy in the universe lately, and you have been feeling this. And the balance with you is difficult because when you get so focused on your goals and ambitions, you strive. Where your weaknesses lie is connecting with others during these processes where you're climbing the ladder. You're steadily doing it, but you're ruffling and breaking down people to get to that ultimate goal. Since 2007, you have been focused on in a way that makes you think about your relationships with others in your family. As you're climbing the ladder and you become very, very, very goal-oriented, it is difficult for you to stop being so locked and loaded on your goal. You often don't think about your family. You often, they're your solid foundation. You've sought a partner that creates that home environment for you to come home to. That doesn't mean that's where your priority is. And so these Pluto Uranus squares have been in there saying, okay, Capricorn, man, you guys are hard-headed. I'm going to tell you this again. It is time for you to look back at your family, connect with them personally, have some balance in your life, have some peace. Climbing the ladder is exceptionally important. Achieving a goal is exceptionally important. In fact, it's your wiring, it's who you are. And in order for your sun to shine, you must live authentically, but these are the things you have to do before then. Okay? So this Pluto-Uranus square that we're going to have, it's a cumulative energy. It's like, baby, we are sitting here. We're finally here. It's the end of the day, and it's 10 o'clock, and we're waiting for the fireworks to go off, and we're laying on the blanket, and we're looking up at the sky for this big, epic ending. This is a cumulative energy. We're at the grand finale. We've had these Pluto-Uranus squares going off since 2007 in this particular part. So it's been a grueling few years here. And so we're at the point where we want to see what the cumulative energy is going to manifest in our life, especially in yours, because you want the balance at this point. You see where your weaknesses are. Yet it's extremely difficult for you to remember people. To remember that love is as important as social status. That's very difficult. How do you do both? I mean, that's very frustrating. It could drive you nuts. I mean, to be in a relationship and make that relationship grow and manifest into something that flourishes. But how do I balance that with, I need to be at work 12 hours a day, doing everything I can possibly do to get to that next level? Because how do you put your energy in both spots? That's hard. For you, Pluto's been asking you during these Pluto-Uranus squares, Capricorn, you're focused. You're a main player in this energy. Pluto is in Capricorn. The malevolent planet of Pluto is asking you to look at your underbelly and see where your weak spot is and exposing it. It's picking at it. And you're like you're over it. Because you're an aggressive energy. You don't got time for that. You have to be here and here and here. And you've got expectation. And you don't got time to sit there and do some big internal process with yourself. You're too busy trying to meet all of your goals. It's been very difficult. Pluto's pissing you off, basically. And then you've got You've got opposing, you've got Uranus, which is just this crazy, unpredictable planet that keeps bringing forth some strange situations into your life that's rocking your fracking foundation. You're going to be like, what just happened? Like, I like it stable. I like my foundation. I have planned, calculated everything out. And you've got Uranus over there adding a spicy meatball every 5 fracking minutes. And you're going to be like, and you're losing it. You're losing it with this energy. This isn't comfortable. This isn't steady. This isn't grounding for you. It's jarring for you to have this, but you now have somebody in your life, or you have a significant amount of people that you're trying to impress. There's something different in your life that makes you want to dive deeper and make these changes. I mean, there's something there that you think it might be worth it. I mean, it might be finally worth it for me to concentrate on home and family, on people, on relationships with people, and get to this next level in my life. I mean, this is in siblings. Have you had a falling out with a sibling? It's getting back on track with that sibling. You know, it's reconnecting with people and the purpose of people in your life, the benefits of people. People help you get to that next realm. How do you talk to them? How do you manage your relationships? That's all very important in this process. Then you have a solar eclipse this month. And it's a solar eclipse in Pisces in 29 degrees. And this is going to be in your 3rd house of your siblings, of communication. Not your strong point. You are used to aggressively pursuing your goals. Tediously having conversations with somebody is annoying a lot of times to a Capricorn, unless they're in a good mood and they're having a good time, because Capricorns play equally as hard as they work. To me, a Capricorn is kind of like those extremists that just jump out of planes. They need their fun to be as intense as their work, as intense as their relationships. I mean, they live a very intense life. So a lot of them drink a lot. A lot of them need some sort of escapism because their brains are tired. They don't want to sit there and have some deep conversation with somebody about their fracking feelings because they're tired. They've been going on extremes all day. They've been rushing around. They're like the inevitable 8 cups of coffee person. Like, they just need all this energy. And at the end of the day, it's about unwinding and not meeting somebody's need. That's not what they're about. They're about chilling out for a minute before they pass out and go to sleep. So Pisces is this energy in Pisces in 29 degrees is saying subconsciously you need more. Subconsciously, you're nothing without a person. Your foundation actually isn't solid without a connection with somebody. If you were to dig deep down inside, you're going to see that what you truly love and what you truly value in life is a connection with somebody. That does get you on the next level of success. But you got to face that. And then you got to put it into your time management. How do you manage that in your time management when you have so much going on in your life? Well, obviously you have to start cutting some things out. You have to develop realistic goals to meet all needs. It's very difficult to do. So what the universe may do is come in there and just eclipse something out during the solar eclipse that is taking up too much of your time to be able to do this. Love is great. It's actually a big focus for you. Because understand that the 4th house and the 5th house are being focused on. So I talked about in the last forecast that you may have met somebody, or that there may be some significant relationships highlighted last month that is soulmates, long-term relationships, something manifested from last month. So now Maybe there's somebody that just came into your life that you thought, wow, this balance might be worth it. This balance might be worth, I can't put in 80 hours a week because then I can't see this person that really means a lot to me. I might have to learn how to communicate on a different level even though I'm tired. I can't live this extreme lifestyle anymore because I really just want to go home and be with this person. Like, there's something changed. It's a shift in energy, and if it hasn't, it will. Partnership is a big focus. Love is a focus this month, and Venus and Mars are doing a dance. They're the ultimate lovers in the zodiac, and they are in your 5th house. So something in love is going to manifest here. And it's very significant for you. And I love bringing news like this because everybody deserves love. Everybody, even the people that don't have time for it, even people that's not even their priority to have it, they deserve it too. Because love is the most beautiful thing you'll ever experience. And I really want to see you happy and balanced. So on the 5th, we have a full moon in Virgo. And this is going to be in your 9th house. And so in order for you to get the concept of your extreme lifestyle, you're going to have to face some reality about it. You're going to have to do some deep thinking in this area. You're going to have to open your mind up to a new way of thinking. Capricorns, you are so hard-headed. This is difficult for you to fully manifest a new way of thinking. This full moon in Virgo is going to help you develop routine. It's going to help you develop mental well-being and physical well-being, the balance there, to meet a relationship need, then to meet a career need. If you are 100%, that means you have 50% to give to a relationship and 50% to give to a career goal. You're used to giving like 90% to your career goal or your social status goal and about 10%, maybe 5% to a relationship goal because, you just don't got time for it. But you have to make time. That's what this energy about is in the full moon. It may eclipse some opportunities out if it's taken too much of your time and won't allow your relationships to flourish because this focus this month and all these Pluto Uranus squares is to get you to be connected on a level with the human race again. Not about your goals, not about money, not about social status. It's about connecting on the level internally with somebody. It's going to be asked that of you and demanded through the Pluto Uranus square coming. On the 11th, we have Mars crosses over Uranus, and this is going to be in your 4th house. You may have breakdown on this day. Somebody may bring something up. It may be an ultimatum. It may be like, I am sick and tired of the amount of hours that you put in at work. And if you keep putting in those hours, I'm not going to be here. Maybe a decision and maybe a conversation like that. Or that relationship that you were trying to manifest, they're getting lonely, waiting around for you. And there's going to be a conversation that happens and it's going to be, Capricorns, you are an extremist. You can be extremely happy or you can be extremely angry. You have a very explosive nature within yourself, period. With Uranus and Mars in this day, with Uranus and Mars crossing over this, it can be an incredible, explosive day filled with an unpredictable result. I would stay clear of discussing anything on this day. Mark it on a calendar. You're very goal-oriented. You can pick up anytime this conversation that you're going to have to inevitably have, but just don't have it on that day. It's just not a good day. Not a balanced day. The energy is just too crazy and unpredictable on that day. Now, on the 16th, we have that Pluto Uranus Square, and it is in your 3rd house. And during this time, like I said, Mercury is going to be at a hard angle with Saturn. Communication is going to suck during this Pluto Uranus Square. So, you're going to have some challenges meeting others' needs in your family and in your relationships and with yourself. So just know that that energy is out there and that you may have this limitation, and it's very disconcerting for you because you know what? You don't have time for it. You're too busy balancing everything else. On the 16th, it peaks. And then on the 18th, Mercury aligns with Neptune in your 3rd house. The relationship that you seek, or the relationship you may want, or if something comes across your path during this time, either in your relationships or your siblings' relationships, just know that there could be something that is being hidden from you. There could be a deception. Anytime Neptune is in play, there's the possibility of the illusion becoming a delusion. So just keep a distance during this day and observe, and don't let your passion and your drive push forward anything until the rose-colored glasses have come off and you fully evaluated everything for its authentic influence at that time. Like, you really want to make sure what you are investing in is the right relationships for you, or is what your siblings telling you about a situation really what really happened? Do you have to dive a little deeper and confront them and say that's really not what happened? Then on the 20th is when you have that eclipse in 29 degrees. It's a new moon. It's a solar eclipse, by the way, in Pisces, and that's in your 3rd house. And that's going to be in communication. Now, communication could be verbal as well as written. So proposals are a great time to reevaluate at this time. If you're looking at the way that you're presenting yourself or your material, if you're communicating with others during this time frame and you're finding that communication style isn't working, you may resort to a written form of communication with them for clarity. If during this time you're still not experiencing the results that you want in communication, it's a good time to sit down and just reevaluate everything. Because there's something right now blocking your relationships from flourishing. And that's blocking your ability to shine during a relationship. So be open to what somebody says, because there may be a form of communication that you're not doing so well, and your partner may bring that up, and you may have to literally end either it with that partner because that partner can't understand you and doesn't understand your communication style, or it may be you have to basically manifest a different way of communication. You may have to end approaching things that way and start to approach things in a different way for transformation in these relationships. It could mean that you go on a short trip that basically, gives you a revelation and changes your life and eclipses out an old life. Like, this is a big energy. And whenever you have a solar eclipse come into your life, just understand it's a big change. It means that something's got to change, something's got to end for your sun to shine. So I wish you well, Capricorn. It's a lot to take in. Listen to this a couple times because it'll make more sense a couple times, because just saying these over and over again, I realize how much information that I'm throwing at you guys and expecting you guys to really take in. I would mark some of these days on a calendar and just kind of observe what happened on these days. I would definitely document this time in your life because it is a pivotal, game-changing moment in your life. And for you, in relationships with family, with siblings, with potential partners, with climbing the ladder, with employees, employers. This is just all about learning how to communicate effectively, meeting your needs and meeting other needs. And I wish you well, Capricorn, because you have a lot on your plate already. And then to top off, you got to manifest change. I feel for you.